Hello everyone, myself Dr. Manoj Kumar, working as an assistant professor in Department of EC at MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. I am here to deliver a lecture talk on data logger. First of all, this is my overview of presentation. First of all, I would like to discuss the basic of data logger. After that, classification, construction. Thereafter, I will be discussing working principle, and finally, some of the application of data logger. Basically, what is data logger? Data logger is an electronic device that record data over a time. A data logger is a electronic device that record over a time. So it is a type of recorder which will record any event over the time. So what is its purpose? The purpose of data logger is to monitor and measure the environmental system parameters, store and analyze the data for the better decision making. So data logger, basically it will store the some sensor output into a digital format, and it can be used to monitor the environmental system parameter and to take the decision based on the data. So classification. There are various types of data logger. First, temperature data logger, humidity data logger. There are pressure type of data logger which will record the pressure of the environment, voltage and current data logger, environmental data logger. So these are basically 5 types of data loggers. Based on technology, we have standalone data loggers, wireless data loggers, USB data loggers, cloud-based data loggers. Based on application area, we have industrial data loggers, scientific data loggers, agricultural data loggers, and health data loggers. Based on power source, we have power data logger, energy harvesting data logger. Based on data storage, we have low capacity, high capacity, offline. Based on connectivity, we have offline data logger, online data logger. So this is the block diagram of a data logger. In the block diagram, we can see that in any data logger, we will find one microcontroller and one ADC converter. The purpose of ADC converter, as we know that it will convert the signal obtained from the sensor into digital format, and this obtained data will go to the microcontroller for the further processing. After processing, the data will be displayed and simultaneously it will be stored in the memory card. So this is the basic block diagram of a data logger. So data logger consists of a sensors connected to ADC, ADC connected to microcontroller, and from microcontroller we can connect various types of display storage devices. What are the key components? Key components of a data logger is that it has sensors, okay, which can measure the various parameters like temperature, humidity, pressure, etc. Then we have microcontrollers which will serve as a data acquisition system, which will just take the data from the ADC and it will process, and further it will display and store in the memory card. This is the memory card where the data will be stored over a period of time. And finally the power supply, as we know that some power supply also needed to operate the microcontrollers and ADC. Here also a basic, we can see that we have taken a microcontroller at Mega 328P, which is nothing but the Arduino microcontroller, and here we have current sensors, voltage sensors, and this real-time clock is there attached to the microcontroller for its proper functioning. And for the display unit we have LCD, and for the storing the data we have SD card. So this is the basic block diagram of a data logger. Here we can see that a data logger working process, how the data logger is working and storing the data over a period of time, and also it is displaying to the end user. So first of all, in the working process we can see that there is the sensors connected to the microcontrollers. Finally, from the microcontrollers it is stored in the memory card, and finally it is displayed like this. This is the display panel of a bike, which is showing its temperature, oil pressure. Okay, like that we can use the display for a data logger, which will continuously show the parameters of a devices. So in future we can integrate IoT also for the real time monitoring. Also we can use the smart sensors in the data logger for accuracy and efficiency. And instead of using memory card, we can store the cloud storage. We can store the data in the cloud. So cloud will provide a easy storage for a data logger. And also in future we can have the mechanism to improve the battery life and energy harvesting technology. So this was an overview of a data logger. So in conclusion, we can say that data logger is nothing but it is a device which will process the sensors data and it will store in a memory card, and also it will display to a it might display to the LCD or any final display unit. Basically the main component I think in the data logger is the microprocessor and ADC converter. So this, if we concentrate on ADC converter and microcontroller, we can easily make a data logger. So data logger is a device which will record the data of a sensor and it will process it and it will store in the memory card, and finally it will display to the LCD. So this was an overview of data logger. Thank you.